All right, good afternoon, you two. Cameron, Stella, happy Wednesday. Again, we might get some stragglers coming in here. Quick recap. Monday, my opinion, a great workout. We touched on the pistol squat and the split squat again. You have the lateral step up, you have the curtsy step up. So we're trying to add those things if we can. Some of them require tools and some of them don't. Today will be similar, but I'm going to use the word burn, B-U-R-N, right? I want to burn. So it's going to be very similar when we have a right leg circuit and a left leg circuit, blah, 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 blah. But we're going to use the word burn, so I'm going to give you exercises and numbers that will yield that. Anyhow, there's a 4-circuit day today, so we need to get moving after the warm-up. And the warm-up is simple, so don't get started yet. It's a 6-part warm-up that we're going to do twice. You got your 10 wide squats, don't go yet. You got your 10 stationary reverse lunge. You've got your 10 standing scissors. I'm going to be here. We got our 10 narrow squats, our 10 stationary forward lunge, and our 10 Jack LaLannes. That is 60 movements, and we're going to do it twice, so it's 120 total movements. And in my opinion, it's like a 5 to 6 minute warm-up. Here we go. 10 wide squats. Your feet are wider than our shoulders because we haven't done regular squats right today, which is a common movement. Your feet are wide. Now they're super wide, but they're definitely wider than your shoulders. The wider your feet, the more those toes start angling out. And then there is such thing as a plie squat. It's not quite as wide, and that's a mobility thing. 10 wide squats, 10 stationary reverse lunges. The front leg gets loaded, stays loaded, and the front leg pulls you back up on your 10 total alternating stationary reverse lunges. Hips, glutes, eyes, thighs, moving the body. You got your 10 standing scissors. You know me, I like to educate. The wide squat was a flexibility squat. Technically, there's a little more muscle lengthening on a wide squat. Your stationary reverse lunges is mobility and balance and coordination and lengthening and contracting. Your standing scissors is dynamic lengthening of your hamstrings, your glutes, your back, and you're using your arms and your legs via your shoulders and your hip joints. 10 narrow squats. You get more mobility on a narrow squat as long as you are at least maintaining motion, maybe even increasing the motion. Ankles, knees, hips, spine, those joints are moving more. But it's a quad-focused, dynamic, pushing leg exercise. In combination with your stationary forward lunges. You've got a loaded, a torque lunge, right? There's a lot of joint integrity in a good way, right? But a lot of muscles, potentially a lot of joints. 10 stationary forward lunges, dynamic load, torque, leverage, pushing quads. So you technically had your 2 supersets for the wide squats and the stationary reverse lunges, the narrow squats and the stationary forward lunges. And then we get in those stretches, those dynamic flexibility on the Jack LaLannes. Now, if you're a little bit ahead of me, that's okay. Please remember to control that tempo and exaggerate the motion during your warm-ups. And we've gone through so many months of different educational pieces, challenging the motion, exaggerating the motion. Those are great words to have in your head. 2 rounds. Maybe you get a little bit of a burn going, right? A little body burn, a little more blood flow. 10 wide squats, 10 stationary reverse lunges, 10 standing scissors, 10 narrow squats, 10 stationary forward lunges, and 10 Jack LaLannes times 2. Remember, this workout is going to be recorded and actually will be sent off to lots of people to do. by next Monday. So if you're doing this recorded, make sure you get nice and warm and loose. We need those joints ready. We need those muscles ready. We need your heart, your soul. I want it all. I want it all today. 10 standing scissors. You are reaching, you are lengthening your hamstrings, your glutes, your back. And I'll even throw in there, right? We talked about it last Friday. Your arms, your shoulders, your triceps. They're all part of that equation. When you get to those narrow squats, I see a lot of people accidentally get on their toes. I'm exaggerating. Stick that butt back. It's not that I want your toes up, but I do want your toes to be able to wiggle. You're pushing through the flat of your feet. Hips always move the most or always have a lot of motion. Your glutes should always turn on. Eyes, posture, you're looking out in front of you. Don't look down, don't look up. Helps maintain that posture. And the word thighs, whenever I say that word, it's a reminder that we're working our legs, not supposed to be using our back. Easier said than done. Last but not least is those Jack LaLannes. Dynamic flexibility. Don't just flop over and stand up, right? You're engaged, you're focused, wider feet, higher hamstring stretch to a certain point, narrow feet, lower hamstring stretch. Everybody is a little bit different. Take your time. I am going to start talking about the circuit. It's going to kind of sound and kind of feel like Monday, but Monday was very thorough and very involved. Today's just as thorough and just as involved, but we're going to turn up that pace button. We have 4 circuits to go, so we got to turn this thing on. Right leg is going to be 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. So today we're changing the numbers. Right leg burning exercises would be associated to pushing exercises. So your choices are right leg stationary forward lunge. Your right leg is moving. Right leg lateral lunge. Your right leg is moving. Right leg low heavy step ups. Okay, now higher is always harder and higher can yield more hamstrings. So if you only have one step up tool, use it. Right leg is going to be 30 down by 5. Your push, remember we're going to burn, and burning is normally associated to pushing exercises. You can either do shoulder press, sitting tall or standing tall, or triceps. You've got dips, kickbacks, overhead, skull crushers. Your right leg is 6 sets, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And your shoulders or triceps, pick one, is always 12 to 15, just like last week. Both you two live, Cameron and Ashley, and if you're doing this recorded, turn the dial up. I didn't say lift fast. In fact, I want you to maintain physical load, and if you're doing this at the gym, you'd have one more choice, right leg press, okay? I'm gonna have you guys get started live. Right leg, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, that's 6 sets. You're pushing, either shoulders pushing or triceps pushing. You have a rep range of 12 to 15. If you're with me, I'm going to add weight until you can't get those reps. If you're at home, you want to try to maintain load, L-O-A-D, maintain motion. As those reps go down on the legs, you're getting back to your upper body pushing quicker. Since the reps are so low on your upper body pushing, you're going to get back to your legs quicker. So it's a total cause and effect. You're going to start pushing, burning, pushing, burning, burning, pushing, pushing, burning. I know I'm talking a lot. If you're at the gym, right leg press is an option. 30 down by 5. Make sure you have a safe starting weight. Right leg only, 30 down by 5. I'm setting most people up on the incline machine chest, 5 sets of 12 to 15. If people wanted formal shoulder press, they could do the bar or dumbbells Shoulder press, 5 sets of 12 to 15. The intent, right? Each round gets a little bit quicker because of the reps on the legs going down. And it gets a little bit quicker because of the reps on the upper body maybe going down, but it's also getting heavier. Pushing, burning, burning, pushing, burning, it's burning. Math says 105 right legs, right? There's 300 seconds, give or take. You've got your 5 rounds, your 60 to 75 reps, right? You're looking at another, 180, let's just go 240 seconds, right, brain. You're looking at about a 600 second circuit. It's about 10 minutes of work. So today, in my opinion, we've got about 4 circuits. We have 4 circuits, they're about 10 minutes each. Again, give or take. Again, the recorded version, you can always push pause, make your small adjustments. Right leg, 30 down by 5. Everybody has the option of stationary forward lunge. I wouldn't mind some load. Lateral lunge. Lower, heavier step-ups. Single leg press. The other day everybody had the split squat or pistol squat or lateral curtsy step-ups. Everybody had that option. Shoulders pushing, sitting tall or standing tall, or again at the gym I had most people on the incline machine chest. 12 to 15 reps. A moderate heavy start, and it gets heavier and heavier and heavier until you can't. Today there's nothing between our circuits. Once you get done with this circuit, we transition to the next circuit, and we keep going, we keep going, we keep going. So again, you two are used to the pace, the online recorded. You might need to push pause once or twice today, and that's okay. Work, breathe, focus. And as you can tell, the last several workouts, last couple weeks, I have not been doing very much. My elbow is getting there. We're close. We're getting there. Had a little strained ligament and it was hurting. I couldn't do a bicep curl. Every time I did a push-up, it was like crunch, crackle, pop, and really weak and unstable. Holding weights, it was just I couldn't rip things. So been resting in, had that sleeve going on. I've been doing liniment oil and CBD oil on it and icing, and so slowly getting there. As you saw, I changed the venue. Stella probably saw the presentation I did. It wasn't my best one. Felt a little bit off, but we're still talking about at the gym metrics, right? Everybody has their things that stimulate them, right? Find your thing. Let's find a fun path. We talk about proteins and carbs and fat all the time, and if you're looking for physical change, you got to hit a certain amount of grams of protein, and carbohydrates are always your fuel to burn that fire. You always have to eat some fat so you can burn some fat. A lot of people accidentally start just drinking their protein, which is awesome and fine, but then you don't get your fat, and next thing you know, you're not putting any fat in your body, and it's used for digestion and brain cells, and if you don't put it in your body's not going to burn it. So there's a nice little number. Some people have gone through other challenges. They want to run better. They want to run further. They want to run faster. Lots of things. Now, I know you guys are still in this circuit. Time says you should still be in this circuit, but I am going to start talking about the next circuit soon so you guys can transition out of this circuit and get into the next circuit. Remember, when I give you guys these workouts, they're pretty mindless. I still want you to be mindful on the lunge factor. Stationary forward lunge. You've got loading, you've got torque, You've got leverage, and you're making sure you're focused and you're pushing yourself back. People tend to get in trouble on that one. The lateral lunge, there's that step, there's that load, and you have a longer lengthening component, if you will, on a lateral lunge. So you're focusing on pushing yourself back. You could be doing low, heavy step-ups. For me at the gym, if you went to the box, I put some weights next to you, and it wasn't very light, low, heavy step-ups. The leg press was the asterisk exercise. Load, torque, leverage, play with that foot, and make sure you're safely doing it. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, right leg. You're pushing shoulders, sitting tall, standing tall, shoulder press, triceps, you got all the dips, the kickbacks, overhead, skull crushers. The second you get done with your right leg 5, you're going to do your left leg 30. There's nothing to do between your circuits. When you finish the right leg 5, you're going to go into the left leg 30, and I'll start talking about the combo soon. Not yet, but soon. Time says you're probably getting pretty close to this in the circuit. Right leg 30 down by 5, pushing always 12 to 15. When you get done at the right leg 5, do your left leg 30. And we're going to plow through that circuit. I'll talk about the pulling combo in a second. When that circuit gets done, we go right into the abs and the core that we did on Monday. We'll have our one more pushing circuit, and we get out of that circuit and finish off with exertion and pulling. So we have a lot of work still to do. Circuit 2, you'll have your left leg 30 down by 5. Remember, things are loaded. I want things comfortably heavy. I want you to adjust the weight so you hit your reps. You didn't hear me use the word fitness earlier, so be mindful that we're not going too fast. Don't sacrifice too much load. Left leg is 30 down by 5. If you did shoulders pushing, I want you to do trap rows. If you did triceps pushing, I want you to do biceps. If you were at the gym and did the incline machine, I want you to do bar upright rows. So you're hearing some diversity, and I'm looking for those muscles that are going around your shoulder. They're called your shoulder girdle if I have my hands on you. But that requires tools like an incline machine and bars and stuff like that. So circuit 2 is left leg 30 down by 5. Keep your pace, control the tempo, maintain load and motion. If you did shoulder press, you're going to do trap rows. So you got your upper traps, your deltoids, and your middle traps. If you did triceps, you're on to your biceps. We're just going to keep it simple on the arms. Your pulling exercise is going to be the 12 to 15 reps. 12, 13, 14, 15, same thing. Remember, if I have my hands on you, I'm able to increase the load more. And at home, you two, I know you can adjust the load, physical weight, or time under tension. And when I start talking like this, I'm trying to yield that tempo. Tempo, 2.5, 3 second reps is realistic, fair, safe time under tension. You get below that, that's okay. Trap rows might be a little bit less. Dips on triceps might have been a little bit less. Stationary forward lunges or lower heavy step-ups might be a little bit less. So today we might have a feeling of high rhythm, high pace, high tempo because of the choices, the exercises. Pushing exercises have a smaller lengthening component. They still have a lengthening component, it's just not as long. So it's easier to go quicker. I didn't say it's better to go quicker, I said it's easier to go quicker. Again, gym version, you have the left leg 30 down by 5. Circuit 1 was the incline machine chest. Circuit 2 was the bar upright rows. You don't have to, right? At home, you have the shoulders pushing or triceps pushing circuit 1. You have the trap rows or bicep curls circuit 2. Everybody at home is going to do chest circuit. Everybody at the gym is going to do chest circuit. Everybody's doing chest circuit 3. It's the 4th circuit that we'll be changing. A little brain fart. Anyhow, controlled, high tempo, always high pace. Rhythm feels high. Motion is always maintained. Never lose motion. Circuit 2, left leg, 30 down by 5. Smooth, big, simple. I didn't say easy. Rhythm, burning. I used that word earlier, burning. Monday, I know how hard those choices were. And I'm not saying you didn't burn by any means, but we are so mindful to it. And the combo of the curl presses and the fly presses were slower, bigger movements that gave you a little bit of time to rest the leg and the brain. Today we're trying to do a lot more. Pace will be high, tempo's high, load, motion always high. Exercise choices are not as big and invasive. Give you about 2 minutes, and I'll start talking about that 3rd circuit. Right leg circuit 1, left leg circuit 2, abs, core circuit 3. They'll be the same abs, core as Monday. We'll have exertion circuit 4. We had pushing, pulling, different numbers, different rhythm on each circuit. Again, if you're trying to be heavy today, it's going to make my heart happy. I love it. It'll definitely control the duration of your circuit. So don't be discouraged. If you hear me talking about more, you know you're going to hear me talking about all of it. Recorded version, you might find yourself listening and pausing the circuit more because of the tools you might be using, the load you might be trying to maintain, and the motion. Remember, you hear me talking about the gym more because I know a lot of people are going to do this one. Blah, blah, blah. And then last time, you got to know you're in it. You can always ask questions if you're confused. You have the left leg 30 down by 5. Simple, easy, rock and roll. Station forward lunges, lateral lunges, low heavy step ups, single leg press. You have the trap rows if you did shoulder presses earlier. You had bicep curls if you did triceps earlier. And you have the bar upright rows at the gym if you did the incline machine chest. Remember, you can do all those things as you wish. The second you get done with your 5 left leg, you can lay on the ground, you can lay on a ball, you can lay on a bench, but you'll be doing 30 sit-ups like we did on Monday. But the benefit is that you might be on the ground the whole time because we're going to combo with chest pushing. Now, you can get off the ground and do different chest pushing exercises, but today's chest pushing is going to be a pyramid of reps. So there's no more 12 to 15. When you get done with your left leg 5, you're going to lay down and do 30 sit-ups. I'm going to need to control the circuit a little bit more because there are 6 different abs core, the same as Monday. There are different numbers and different movements. But your chest pushing, push-ups, you've got flat push-ups, incline push-ups, decline push-ups, TRX push-ups. You've got chest presses, dumbbells, barbells, machines. But we're going to be doing a pyramid, 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. So it's not meant to be super heavy, but you're definitely supposed to maintain load and motion. All pyramids are designed for that. After you do your left leg 5, do 30 sit-ups, and then you're going to do 10 chest presses. So this circuit, you're going to hear me talk more about the exercises versus just talking. So left leg 5 ends circuit 2, 30 sit-ups, starts circuit 3, then you'll do 10 chest presses. I'm going to slowly stagger our way through this, but I want to be a little bit ahead of you so you don't have to take a break. The next 2 circuits have more changes, so I'll be controlling that per se. You're the one going to do it. Again, last time you're going to hear about circuit 2. You have the 5 left leg to finish. You'll have your 30 sit-ups to start the next circuit. Your 10 chest presses. Have my time so you guys are good. I get about 10-ish minutes per circuit, give or take. Even though the numbers are changing on this one quite a bit, excuse me. You have 90 reps of chest, 210 abs core, that's 300 reps this circuit. Math says it should be hovering around the 900 second mark. However, some exercises are a little bit shorter than the other. Anyhow, this circuit might be a hair longer. Round 1 of circuit 2, 30 sit-ups, 10 chest presses. It's okay if you're not there. Round 2, 50 horizontal scissors, and then you'll do 20 chest presses on your horizontal scissors. I've seen it all day. People are either on their elbows or holding this, holding that. Just like the Russian twist, we're trying to not hold something. Just like your iso quads, we're trying to not hold something. So iso, isometric core abs, scissors is a hip mobility, flexibility, activation exercise. 50 horizontal scissors, and then you're gonna do 20 on your chest press, okay? So we're gonna change your abs core, same as Monday. And we're going to be doing our chest pushing pyramid. 10, 20, 30, 20, 10. Sit-ups are great. Remember, they get a bad rap because of redundancy. Remember to play around with your body. Laying on the ground. Laying on the ball. Laying on a bench. You've got elevated sit-ups. You've got your feet on the bench, regular sit-ups. You got decline boards. You got different angles. You have different feet positions. You have different leg positions. Legs straight, knees bent, feet wide, feet narrow. So many ways to change a sit-up. Horizontal scissors. You can sit on the bench. You can sit on the ground. You're in an isometric position, and your legs go out, your legs cross, your legs go out, your legs cross. I do see little scissors. My personal opinion, as you guys already know, bigger, slower, wider reps, smaller, little, quicker revolutions. Both are good, but the bigger the motion, the more muscles you can use. So that's my selling point to having a bigger, slower, wider motion. The small horizontal scissors, they're great. It's just time under tension. But you have the bigger, slower, wider, you're getting time under tension. You're also getting the hip mobility, flexibility, and activation. Round 2, 50 horizontal scissors, 20 on your chest push. Round 3 is your reverse crunches or hanging abs. Remember, the hanging abs is a tool. 30 reverse crunches or hanging abs. 30 peak of the pyramid. 30 on your chest pushing. So we're climbing, we're climbing, we're climbing. You're maintaining load and motion. And we're going to go back down here soon. Round 2 is 50 horizontal scissors, 20 chest pushing. Round 3 is 30 reverse crunches or hanging abs. 30 on your chest pushing. It's the peak of the pyramid, the creme de creme, the work of the work. And we're going to go back down soon. Reverse crunches is one of the longest motions we have done today. Remember, reverse crunches, windshield wipers, chest flies, stiff-legged deadlifts. Those are all longer, bigger motions. We haven't really had that today. So reverse crunches are a long motion. The lateral lunge is probably the only other long motion besides our warm-up routine of Jack LaLanne's and stationary reverse lunges. In round 3, 30 reverse crunches or hanging abs. Both legs are moving on your reverse crunch or hanging ab, and you're going to have the peak of the pyramid on your 30 chest pushing. Time under tension, big factor, but we're controlled high tempo. We're choosing exercises that burn more, so I'm not worried about that. Just don't lose motion. The burn is real, the burn is happening. Between Monday and today, that's 205 right leg, 205 left leg. You did curl presses on Monday, which is buys and shoulders. Fly presses on Monday as well, right? Chest fly and chest pushing, triceps, they're all there, right? Round 3, 30 reverse crunch or hanging ab, 30 on your chest pushing. I'm not saying you should be there, but round 4 will be 50 on your Russian twists, 50 Russian twists, and you're gonna go down that pyramid of 20 on your chest pushing. Remember, Russian twist, I love it when your feet are off the ground. They don't have to be off the ground. I sure do like it because of displacement. You do get balance, you get coordination, but you have that displacement when your hands oppose your legs, your hands oppose your legs oppose your hands. You're moving, you're displacing, and maybe you have weight in your hands, maybe you don't. And the feet on the ground simply take away the balance feature. However, when I see people get their feet on the ground, their body comes up higher. So I want you back and low. Feet off the ground kind of helps with that weight displacement on your 50 Russian twists. Round 4, 55-0 Russian twist, and you're going down that pyramid of 20 chest presses. Remember, on the way up, maintaining load, maintaining motion, you're making adjustments, things. Excuse me, I got the yawns. On the way down, maybe you went lower. Can we go back heavier? Maybe you lost motion. Get your motion back. Going down that pyramid, we want to make sure that load is there. Round 4, 50 Russian twists, 20 on your pushing chest. And today there's nothing that's going to balance you. But if you do run out of time, all good. But all the classes today got down to that 50 mark. So we're right on cue to be in there, cruising. That last circuit's a lot quicker, but we still got to be focused on our time under tension, our tempo, our rhythm, our work. Round 4, 50 Russian twists, 20 chest presses. Personally, I think you should be somewhere starting it to finishing it, give or take, plus or minus. That all depends on the load, right, you have, the equipment you're using, the space you're in. When you get to round 5, I'm not saying you should be there. When you get to round 5, you're on your 30 V-ups. V as in victory. Remember, we did them on Monday. If you can't do V-ups, slow down your toe touches. Look how slow my toe touches are. And they're even kind of big too. V-ups are awesome. V-ups are big. V-ups are hard. 30 V-ups. You'll have your last 10 chest press. You're going to have your 50 swimmers to end the circuit and your 50 exertion to start your last circuit. Are the yawns? I got the hiccups today. What is wrong with me? More water. So, there's a transition round coming soon. It's going to end this circuit, start the next circuit. We're going to have shoulders pulling differently. You'll see nothing will imbalance you if you have to leave early. And of course, if you're doing the recorded workout, you might be like, dude, because of the equipment and the tools, it's okay if you don't get to this last part. I have not seen a 4th circuit at the gym. I'm not saying it's not possible. But again, I want to hear it. Round 4, 50 Russian twist, 20 chest press. Round 5 is 30 V-ups, V as in victory, with your 10 chest press. Then you're going to get to the transition round. 50 swimmers, either laying on your stomach or on your hands and knees. 50 swimmers. Then you're going to have your 50 exertion. And today your exertion can be agility, plyometric, or mobility. Not the things we've been doing lately. We've been talking about time, right? The pyramids. I changed the numbers a little bit. We've separated plyometrics and agility and cardio, right? Today, it's a quick circuit to finish off your day, and I want you to work. You've already been working. I want you to work harder, and I want more. I want more. You're going to hear that transition circuit more. Your round 5 is 30 V-ups, 10 chest press, 50 swimmers to end circuit 3, 50 exertion to start circuit 4, and exertion can be anything. Butt kicks, high knees, jumping jacks, split jumps, rope slams, ball slams, burpees, mountain climbers, lateral bench hops, right? You work, you work, you work. 50 swimmers, 50 exertion. I'll start talking about our shoulder things here in a second. We're technically going to do 5 different 20 shoulders, but we might need to be a little bit light because of the deltoids, the motion, and it's the final thing you're doing today. Again, the gym version, I don't expect to see this part very much. And that's only because of the load and the equipment that we used. That's literally it. Again, just so you hear it one last time, you're going to end circuit 3, 50 swimmers. You're going to start circuit 4, 50 exertion. The exertion's going to be 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. So time says we're going to get this done quicker. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 exertion. Round 1, we've done this before. Thumbs up, arms straight, front raise. For 20, you won't do it again today. Why the thumb thing? It kind of helps you get your deltoids. When I don't do the thumb thing, I tend to grip the weight more, and I might get more biceps. I'm trying to get the anterior deltoid and pec minor. Round 1, 50 exertion, 20 thumbs up, arms straight, front raises. Arms are straight. You got to get at least eye height. I don't really want you to go above your head, but I definitely want you getting at least eye height. And really, that's the only one where I really want you to get eye height. The other ones, you'll hear in a second. 50 exertion, 20 thumbs up, arms straight, front raise. Round 2, not saying you should be there. Round 2 is 40 exertion, and then we'll have the elbows slightly bent. Your thumbs are pointed in front of you on the lateral raise. And as you can see, I'm getting like chin height. If I get any higher, I normally require a little bit of exertion or momentum. So you got to get at least shoulder height and maybe a little higher. But again, getting higher than that requires exertion or momentum. And that's not what we're trying to do. Round 2, 40 exertion, 20, arms are slightly bent, thumbs are pointed in front of you, lateral raises. Your middle deltoid and your upper traps. I'm trying to get more middle deltoid, which is why I'm doing the thumb thing. Again, when it comes to exertion, today, right, I know we've done timed, I've separated plyometrics and agility and mobility. Today, I'll take some high knees, I'll take some butt kicks, I'll take some jumping jacks, some mountain climbers, some bench taps. I saw at the gym rope slams and ball slams and sledgehammers. Those things are going to affect your shoulders though, so you be careful. Split jumps, jump squats, lateral bench humps. I want you to work a little bit. I want a little sweat. I want a little hop, a little puff. Round 2 is 40 exertion. Thumbs pointed in front of you on your lateral raise. Remember, if I'm getting too far ahead and you're trying to do it, push pause if you need to. Round 3 is 30 exertion. We're getting down there. And then you'll have the get low, stay low, arms straight, thumbs pointed down, reach out. Don't reach back. You're not an airplane. Don't think you need a ton of motion. That's your back and your neck. You're reaching out. You don't need to go very far. Your rear deltoid, your teres major, teres minor, we're trying to get that. I'm not trying to get your triceps. I'm not trying to get your traps. Reaching out. 30 exertion. Then you have your 20 thumbs down, reach out. Now, I probably should have said it earlier for the recorded version. If you don't know what these exertions are, right? Exertions, jump, squat, split, jumps, burpees, high knees, jumping jacks, all the things. You could also just do some simple cardio. The one person that kind of got there this morning, I just had him do 1 minute cardios, biking, running, just 1 minute. Even though 50 exertion is different than 40 exertion. Anyhow. But if you did this recorded workout, you've heard me say exertion several times. Exertion. Round 3, 30 exertion. You got your thumbs pointed down, arms straight, reaching out. Round 4, again, hopefully you're not there yet based on tempo and time, but you're probably getting close. Round 4 is 20 exertion. Then we're going to do 20 clockwise circles. Or counter, they're both going to happen. 20. Are you going to hold weight? I would like it if you held weight. And what are you drawing a circle around? You're drawing a circle around your head. 20 clockwise circles. The last round will be the counterclockwise circles. So round 1 was arms straight, thumbs up, front raise, anterior deltoid pec minor. Round 2 is elbows slightly bent, thumbs pointed in front of you, middle deltoid, maybe some upper traps. Round 3, arms straight, thumbs pointed down, reaching out. Rear deltoid, teres major, teres minor. Round 4, we're kind of putting it all together on an isometric-esque movement type of motion, right? Exercise. Round 4, 20 exertion. 20, holding some light weights is awesome. Don't if you don't. Clockwise circles, and you're drawing a circle around your head. And then the last round of your day would be 10 on your exertion. And then you have your counterclockwise circles. Your arms are straight on your counterclockwise circles. And that yields 100 total shoulder movements, 150 exertions, 105 each leg, 90 chest presses. You had another 60 to 75 pushes. You had another 60 to 75 pulling. You had your 120 rep warm-up. You know my rules. When you get done, please take your time and stretch if you can. Elevate your legs, butt against the wall, legs in the air, relax. Foam roll, hydrate, nourish. I've already heard from a lot of people that they took my advice and they drank a lot of water and threw in some of those electrolytes in last week. And there is no measurable, right? They didn't feel bad, but they sure as heck said, well, I feel really good. You know, so we wouldn't have known if they felt bad on Monday morning, but they felt good and energized and not tired, and they acknowledged all the things they did over the weekend. So it's kind of a hard way to say, well, did it work? Well, it felt good. Keep doing it. Hydration, drinking lots of water is really good. It flushes out the bad stuff, and it flushes out the good stuff too. Replenish your electrolytes the more water you drink. Clearly we're sodium a little bit more. Anyhow, one more time you're going to hear it. The exertion, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. You have the front raise 20, lateral raise 20, rear raise 20, clockwise circles 20, counter clockwise circles 20, stretch, foam roll, hydrate, pat yourself on the back. And then Friday, I'm going to find out tomorrow if I have room in Arizona for a live class. If not, you guys are all going to have a recorded class just in case. You hear from me tomorrow on that. So worst case scenario, see you next Monday. But you'll hear from me tomorrow no matter what.